Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. You guys are tuned in to another episode of the Lookout Live, to where we come in and try to be on the lookout for where the trap is going to take these prices within the cryptocurrency space. So if today's your first time ever viewing our content, make sure before you go, you hit that like button, share the video, and also subscribe here to the channel. There is someone who left a comment in the live chat wondering, are we headed into a bear market soon? And he's looking for a time frame of about 2 months. So if you're just getting into this chat, you just get into this live stream, go ahead and tell him your opinion as to whether or not you think this market is going to enter a bear market in about the next 2 months. All right. If you guys are still here, make sure if you all appreciate that content, hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. Now, let me break down why we have this lookout live stream session. You know, we have 2 perks that we are offering here on our particular channel. You guys can see it's right here, the apprentice perk as well as the artisan perk. Now, this particular live stream is only for our artisan members. You know, this gives us the opportunity to collaborate with our members to see if there's any other chart that they are interested in, so that we can look at the chart to see if we can actually expect where prices is going to go. So this is what this live stream is for. And if you're not an artisan member, and if you have an interest of looking at a particular chart that we don't cover on our particular channel, you need to make sure that you grab that particular perk. It is $4.99 a month. This is our lookout live stream session down here at the bottom. This is where we collaborate, see where the market is going to go in general, as well as for specific cryptocurrencies. Now, if you just want to learn how to call the markets right alongside with us, we have created these custom emojis right here and for the comments and any live chat that we do on our particular platform. Use these custom emojis. If you guys don't want to actually deploy any of your funds into the market, you can use these custom emojis to try to learn yourself and be independent as to where you think the market is going to go by utilizing these custom emojis on the cryptocurrencies that we cover on a daily basis on this channel. So make sure, if you all want to participate, come on in. We're here. We're a community that is getting bigger and bigger. We're trying to create this community of people who's able to predict prices within the cryptocurrency space, even in stock market or even commodities, right? So now we have about 5 cryptocurrencies that we're going to look at today. And the first one that we're going to talk about in today's video is Geek. You guys can see that we've been watching the market in Geek previously on our last lookout live stream session. We've been eyeing the market right here in Geek, expecting this particular price to go lower. And that's precisely what it did, right? We have 31 people watching it live right now. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure before you head out, hit that like button. We all appreciate how we are here giving one another a heads up as to where price is going to go. So Dark Horse, corrections, yes. Bear market, no. So Dark Horse is looking for the market to dip in price, but he's not looking for a bear market to where the market's going to completely collapse, you know, 20%, 30%, 40% down to the downside. He's not seeing that, Marco. Anyone else? Let Marco know your opinions about where you think the market is going to dip, or are we going to enter a bear market in the next 2 months? And then at the end, I'll give you all my premise as to whether or not we will or not too. So now let's look at Geek real quick. All right, we're looking at the market in Geek. You guys can tell that we played a weakness on our last video that we did for this particular currency, and that's precisely what the trap did. So it's not a surprise. We need to go ahead and get rid of it. 17.3% right there in Geek. Excellent job. So now I'm gonna zoom out, and I want you all to tell me, what do you all see in the market in Geek? Okay, tell me, what do you all see in terms of where you're looking at the market in Geek to go? Okay, that's the daily time frame. Look at this on a 3-day time frame in the market in Geek. Are you seeing any indications of market strength? Are you seeing weakness? As I transition over to these varying time frames, I want you all to tell me, what are you seeing into the market in Geek? Okay, pay attention to this ascending line, because this is where the market in Geek was trending overall. Look at that. So what are you expecting to occur into the market in Geek? We have broken a major trend that the market was following in Geek. No doubt. You guys can see it. We broke it right here. Okay. So what do you all think? Are you still expecting the market in Geek to go high in price, or are you expecting it to drop in price? I mean, we're not going to make this complicated, right? We can visibly already tell that the market in Geek is giving us weakness and the trend has been broken. No problem, Marco. Dark Horse Rice, he looks for triple bottoms. Are you saying that in the sense of Geek? You're looking for a triple bottom in order for the market to reverse course? Because right now, seeing that the market in Geek has broken its trend, I'm not at all seeing a lot of bullishness into the market, for Geek. And we're going to be honest to what the market has been garnering to us. And currently the market here is not giving us any indications of market strength. Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the market is extremely weak neither. Right? Hey, Marco, James Weston writes XLM XRP ADA, but not the dip yet. So I'm not bullish into the market in Geek. I'm seeing the prospect of this particular cryptocurrency. This is the restriction area right here at $1.50. Okay, that is the restriction area. The market in Geek will continue to trade sideways and go lower until we see the market price break that. Okay. Now the area of support into the market in Geek can literally come in around 82 cents. Okay. So there's not a lot going on into the market in Geek. I'm not at all expecting the price to go higher right now, but I'm not at all expecting the market to completely crash neither. So in terms of Geek, I'm just looking for the market to really trade sideways. And that area of sideways trade would be from like 75 cents all the way back up to $1.50. Okay. So I'm gonna take it to around 82 cents for that area of support. So let's see this. If we were to play the weakness into the market in Geek to hit 82 cents or 80 cents, that's about 25% market movement to the downside. So from 82 cents to $1.50 gives us our range. Okay. So right now, seeing that the market in Geek has broken that ascending line, we'll have to continue to play the weakness while this market trades within Geek sideways. Okay, so we're going to play that. We're going to play the weakness into the market in Geek. Still looking at some weakness. It's not overly extremely weak, but we need to be in position and expect the market to give us some weakness as well until we see a reversal. And the market hasn't changed its course yet in terms of this price dropping. Okay, so we got around 80 cents, but I am seeing how the market held support around 93. So we would come in and TP out the market around 93 cents, 95 cents as well, which is 9.25%. Okay. So that is Geek right there. The next one that we're going to look at is going to be Cardano. We already did a price prediction in the market for Cardano, and I wanted to show you all what has been the result so far. So this is the daily time frame in Cardano. You guys can tell that we played the strength into the market. Right now we're down 4.25%. As always, we mentioned on our video on yesterday that so long as price trades above $1.50, we're cool with the market dipping in price. Okay, so long as that price holds this new area of support that we identified, we're going to expect the market price in ADA to go higher. So I'm not going to come in, change or alter our prediction. We just can see from the outset right now that the weakness in Cardano is apparent. I'm not too worried about it thus far because we haven't broken $1.50 to the downside. So there's no need for us to come in and adjust the market price or the prediction that we have ongoing right now in Cardano. Just know that we are focused in on $1.50 in terms of seeing that market support to come through. Now, if I see weakness come into the market in Cardano at $1.50, then yeah, we will continue to move lower and then we will have to alter our prediction. Right? So let's go ahead and look at the next one. Instead of Cardano, we're going to look at Uniswap. All right, so let's take a look at Uniswap on the Binance exchange. You guys can tell that we don't cover this currency at all. We haven't done a price prediction into the market for Uniswap, but just like the majority of the cryptocurrency space, Uniswap also is giving us the ability to give us some upward pressure, like the market trend in Uniswap is still one of higher price movements. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, is we're going to identify the trend into the market in Uniswap. So now you all can tell, looking at this particular price chart, what we're expecting to see in general, right? We're looking for this market in Uniswap to continue its movement higher price, because the overall price action has been to the left side of our ascending line. So the strength is still being maintained, right? So now the only question is determining how high do we think the market's going to go before we see more weakness to come through. Okay. So let's look at this on a weekly time frame real quick. So this is the weekly chart in the market in Uniswap. And you all can see right here that we have confirmed the trend right there. Right? You guys can see that. So now, looking at this on a smaller time frame, look at this on the 3-day, right? We have a day and 7 hours left into the market before this 3-day price bar concludes. If we maintain that price in Uniswap in the next day and 7 hours, and we close at the high of the bar, then the market strength in Uniswap is still being maintained. No doubt about it. Okay. Take a look at it right there. Now let's look at this on an hourly time frame to really see how weak the market is in Uniswap. You guys can see already from the 9-hour time frame, the market has confirmed support so far around 38. Okay. You guys can see that right there. So looking at this particular market, we need to make sure that we continually see this support area hold and maintain itself in order for us to see the progression of movement higher price. 2-week time frame, zoom in real quick. We are seeing some indications on a 2-week time frame that weakness and selling is coming through. Take a look at where the price bar is closing at on this current 2-week price bar, right? Looking at this on 3-hour time, 13-hour time frame, I like it. I don't see anything that is too detrimental in the sense that we're going to break the overall trend into the market in Uniswap. Not yet. You know, definitely my eyes is going to be focusing on finding support around $38 to $36 though. Okay. So let's do this real quick. We're going to continue to play the strength into the market in Uniswap though. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I'm overly bullish into the market in Uniswap. You know, we're going to be real conservative in how high we expect the market price to go before we see more weakness. Now, $38 is going to be our first area of support, right? Next area is going to be 36. So long as this price does not break below $36, ultimately this ascending line, we will see the market price in Uniswap go higher. Okay. No doubt. We will see that. Now, I'm just going to simply take the market price to the all-time highs that we've seen on this exchange, which is around $45. Okay. So that will still give us an additional almost 10% profitability into the market in Uniswap. So looking at this from a long-term perspective, we can still see this market exceed that all-time high price of $45, no doubt. But we need to be a little bit conservative because over the last 2-3-day price bars, the market could not break above it, right? And if we go back up there again and try it a third time and the market still gets rejected, then that will be the first time we'll see the market in Uniswap. In Uniswap break down. And that $45 area will be a firm area of restriction that it will require a lot of volume. Okay. So now we have 41 people right now looking at this live stream, giving you all the lookout as to where the market trap is going to take these prices. only 19 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button real quick. Make sure you come through, participate, hit that community live chat, and make sure everyone else sees these particular live streams, because we're here to drop and let you all know where price is going to go in the cryptocurrency space. All right. So that is Uniswap. So Marco, as we go throughout these cryptocurrencies, I want you to look at the price chart. I want you to see the overall direction that these market has been going through. And then you'll kind of get understanding as to whether or not the market is going to enter a bear market in the next 2 months. All right. So now let's go ahead and look at the next one. We looked at Cardano. We said the market in Cardano is still expected to go higher in price. We looked at Uniswap, still expecting the market price to go higher there. The only one that we are playing in weakness on is on Geek. Okay. So now let's take a look at the next one, which is audio. How many of you guys have heard of audio? This is another cryptocurrency that's in this space that we haven't really covered. How many of you have heard of audio? I want you all to look at the market in audio. And I'm going to draw the overall trend into the market. Okay. So this is audio. This is the trend that the market currently is on. And we're not going to try to break the trend. We're going to continue to follow it. And until this market shows us on the breakage of this ascending line, we're going to keep in mind that the market is going to continue to give us that upward price movement overall, right? You guys can already tell from the creation, we broke away from the overall trend. I mean, we broke well away from the trend into the market in audio. Oh, it's obvious. Okay. And now the market here in audience came all the way back down, and we tested that ascending line again back in April. Bounced from there, hit restriction around $3, and now we're coming right back down. So I'm looking for the market to test that ascending line again. Okay, Jerry Grace Rice, he came across that last week. Appreciate that chat, Luke T. $1.99. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Bitcoin Cash. He's looking for Bitcoin Cash to hit $2,000 in the next 2 weeks. How many of y'all are in that position right now in Bitcoin Cash? So right now we're looking for audience to come in and test that ascending line. If not this ascending line, it's going to try to grab the support area relatively quick. Okay. Right there around $2. So now let's break this down to a 2-day time frame. You guys can see here that, yeah, the market generally is giving us some weakness. Okay, Cisco, you heard about it as well. So yeah, we're seeing a weakness here, but we're not to the point to where the market is expected to enter a big movement to the downside. Right? We don't see that. This was the opportunity for audience to come in and really collapse the market in price. But as you can tell, we didn't get that result, right? There was enough buyers here into the market in audience right around $2.21. So again, that's not detrimental. Yeah, the market here is weak, but it's not to the point to where you would expect us to completely crash, right? And I'm still looking around that $2 area in the market in audience. Five-day time frame. Take a look at the market here on the 5-day. Yes, we're entering into the weakness right now. Okay, we are seeing the market here in audience being weak. Weekly time frame, pretty much weakness is here too. Now, I am suspecting, okay, for audience that the market weakness is still dominating its currency, but it doesn't mean that the overall trend is over. Okay, so on this particular video, I am going to play the market weakness in audience to the downside, but I've already mentioned to you how low I would expect the market to try to come in and grab some support. Okay, And it's going to be right there around $2, which is about 10%. Okay. Which is not a lot. It's not extreme, but that will keep us to see this market price in ADIAS. It will keep us above our ascending line and as well as holding support. That is the best condition we can ever see in a market for us to bounce from there and go higher. To see the market come in, hold $2 and not break that ascending line. That's the best outcome. Now, as the market continues to drop towards that $2 area, every one of us needs to keep our eyes open on if we're going to see the weakness or if we're going to see the market strength appear. Okay. So right now in ADIAS, we're going to play the weakness. Okay. But we're going to be conservative in terms of how weak we're looking for the market to go though. Okay. So now we're going to bring this over. We're going to play the weakness, maybe around $2. It might be a little bit lower than that, but it's not good. I'm not really seeing a bigger movement to the downside from there. Okay. And we're going to bring the restriction area currently is right there around 250. Okay. That is where the restriction area is into the market in ADIAS. So we're going to play the weakness on this particular forecast package. Not really. I don't want to make you all think that I'm looking for the market to completely crash, because I'm not. I'm just looking for us to continue to dip a little bit lower and see this market come in and grab that support around $2. Maybe even might do a quick touch on that ascending line as well. But until we see this price break this ascending line, we're going to continue to go on with this market going higher in the long term though. Okay. That's how we're going to play this out. This is what we're going to expect the market to do for ADIAS right there. Okay, so now we've looked at Geek, expecting that price to go lower. ADA, we're expecting that price to go higher. Uniswap, we're expecting the price to go higher. ADIAS, we're looking for the market to go lower, but that's only to support, right? That's only to $2 or even to that ascending line. And then once we see that market touch that area, and if we still see weakness, then yeah, we're going to go a lot lower than what we're expecting though. So I just want to drop that in on you all to show you all that. All right. Now let's look at the last one. Okay. This one is Injective protocol. How many of you have heard of Injective? Okay. Injective. You guys can see that this currency as well has been in a monumental uptrend as well. You might even want to start it here. Okay. So Marco, I want you to tell that many of these cryptocurrencies that we looked at already have seen a movement to the downside from all-time highs, right? So depending on your time preference from beginning to end tells you whether or not we've been in a movement lower. I wouldn't necessarily term it as, you know, a bear market or even a dip, but we have seen the price decrease, right? So in this particular situation in Injective, the market came all the way up here towards $25.06, right? Today, the market is at 18. That's about 30% drop from all-time highs right there. So depending on when you enter the market, I would consider this already a movement to the downside, or in what you might even say a bear market. To see a price decrease in value 29%, that's a bear market, right? So now let's do this here. We're in an uptrend, okay? Just like many other cryptocurrencies in the space today, we're in an uptrend. So we're going to continue to follow that same notion. We're going to continue to keep our mind open to the fact that these currencies are still poised to continue the higher price movement. The only issue is that we are trading well away from the overall trend for the majority of these altcoins or majority of these cryptocurrencies. And in Injective situation, this area right here needs to be maintained as support. here around $16.80 back down to around $16 even. We need to see that market come in and prop up the price right there. Because if we can't, we're going to test this ascending line again. So let's take a look at a different time frame to see if the market here in Injective is weak. So now this is the 3-day time frame, and currently the market in Injective is still trending lower. We're not seeing any hints that the trap wants to come in and break that movement higher in price. We're not seeing that yet. So take a look at this on the weekly time frame. The market here is still weak as well. Now I'm seeing $16.85 back down to 16 as that support area though. Okay. This market here in Injective is still giving us some weakness. So we're going to continue to play that. Now we're going to eye the market to try to prop up the movement though, from stopping of going lower to pumping the brakes and seeing the market bounce from $16.85 to around $16. That is where we're going to look for this market to come in and prop up this price. 2 weeks time frame. We got a day and 7 hours left, and I want us to pay attention to how much stockpile came in over the last 4 weeks. You know, whenever you see a price bar close off the highs, it tells you that there is more selling going on in the market than there were buyers. Okay, so this is the second consecutive 2-week price bar that we've seen the market in Injective give us weakness. Okay, you guys can tell by the volume as well. The volume is telling us that majority of the price action over the last 4 weeks has been, you know, the market coming through and selling out. No doubt. So we cannot be tricked into thinking that this market in Injective currently is anticipated to go in and go higher. He is not going to fool us in that. The trap is not going to fool us. He's trying to fool someone, but he's not going to fool us, right? So we are going to play the weakness in the market for Injective as well. But just like in Adia's case, we're going to find the market to come through and hold some support though. Okay, so we said right here around $17 to $16.85. That would be the first area that we were looking for the market to come in and hold that support automatically. Now I'm going to bring it down to 16 though, just in case we get a little bit more weakness to come through into the market. So that's it. This is what we're expecting the trap to do over the next couple of trading days within the cryptocurrency space, right? So now, let me break down to you what I think the market is going to do over the next 2 weeks. And many people of you who are looking at this live stream have heard from somewhere that many people say that Bitcoin is the bellwether. It is the heavyweight in the cryptocurrency space, right? And a lot of you may have heard someone say that whatever Bitcoin trades or wherever it goes, the majority of the market follows, right? So let's look at Bitcoin real quick. And let's see what the market is telling us from Bitcoin's perspective. Okay. Now, Marco, you're looking for this around a 2-month time frame, right? So we're going to take a look at the price chart from that duration, you know, the long term. And this is the market price in Bitcoin on a 2-month time frame, right? Monumental movement high in price, no doubt. The market in Bitcoin continues to reflect that there is no weakness coming through the market. So now we're looking at this on a 2-month time frame. We got 53 days and 7 hours left on this current 2-month price bar, right? And we have already seen beginning out on this 2-month price bar that weakness came through. We've already seen the weakness play out in Bitcoin on the 2-month time frame, no doubt. Okay, so now we've seen the market in Bitcoin over the last 6 months go from, okay, we started back in November. And we saw the market come all the way up to $65,000. That's 370% profitability right there. Monumental. Let's look at this on a 3 month time frame. We've already seen the market dip in Bitcoin in 3 months. 1 month time frame. The market here is still showing us that there's demand still present in Bitcoin right now. Okay. Now we're pumping the brakes. So Marco, I don't want you to think that I'm telling you that the market in Bitcoin is going to continue to break out and go higher. But you're looking for a bear market, right? So in your idea, what would you term a bear market, right? So the market in Bitcoin is traded around $58,000, almost $59,000. What percentage, Marco, would you say is a bear market? 20%? 40%? 50%? Like, at what point would you consider it a bear market? Anyone in the live chat, let me know. At what point would you consider Bitcoin being in a bear market? Okay. Okay, Marco, 40%. So in this particular case for Bitcoin, 40% drop from where the market currently is in Bitcoin, it would take the price right here towards $35,250, give or take, around that area. Now, looking at this, Corey has 60%, Jerry has 38%. So you guys can tell that, there's no definitive number that would define a bear market. Everyone has their own individual opinion as to what will constitute a bear market, right? So there's no right or wrong answers. It all depends on what you view the market as. Okay. There's no right or wrong answers. So since Marco posed the question, 40% from his viewpoint would be a bear market, right? So that would take Bitcoin all the way back down to $35,300. And I'm seeing this on the long-term time frame, and the market doesn't look poised right now to go that low, right? I'm not seeing the market in Bitcoin in the next 2 months breaking all the way down to $35,200 or $500. I still see, based off Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies today that we looked at, that the market still wants to continue to go higher in price, right? So everyone, okay, under 30,000 would be a bear market in Cisco. Jerry Grace, he meant a break of 38,000. Okay. So, I mean, when you look at these charts, I want you all to look at these time frames. This 2-week time frame in Bitcoin is literally telling me that this market wants to make all-time highs again. So at least in the next 2 weeks, Bitcoin is going to try to make all-time highs. Take a look at this on the 3 weeks. This is even stronger. Like, the market in Bitcoin is still showing us that it wants to go higher in price. And over the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I am expecting the market in Bitcoin to try to make all-time highs again. Right? And that will constitute switching this over into the monthly time frame, that the weakness is not apparent yet. The weakness came through last month, right here. The month of April, we saw the weakness enter into the market in Bitcoin, but apparently the market bought up those who sold Bitcoin for the month of April, because we was able to close back up here towards the high of the bar. So there's enough demand coming to the market in Bitcoin still. So right now, if we were to take a snapshot today, looking at the price bars today and the volume, no, I'm not looking for the market to hit a bear market just yet. Okay. We can only go off the information that we have before us. So in the next month and a half, if we start to see weakness enter in, then yeah, Marco, we would have to follow the market at that particular time. But looking at this from a long-term perspective, Bitcoin, the overall cryptocurrency space, it has a lot of demand and interest in these markets so far, and it hasn't waned just yet. Okay. So yeah, I'm not seeing a bear market enter into the cryptocurrency space over the next 2 months. That is right now. As always, the cryptocurrency space is over 24 hours a day. And once that changes, right, then we'll come in and say, yeah, the market looks like it's going to enter into a massive downtrend. But from a long-term perspective, we're not seeing that at all. Okay. We've already seen some of that weakness come out in Bitcoin. Okay. Appreciate that, Marco. Thank you. So far, everything still stays the course. A lot of these cryptos still has enough legs, enough momentum to try to go higher. Some of the crypto that we did look at today, we are playing some weakness in them, but we're going to be conservative in that sense. Like, I'm not telling you that the market's going to completely crash. We're going to play the weakness until we see the trap come in and prop up the price. We've identified how low we expect the market weakness to go for those currencies that we expect to go lower, but it doesn't mean that the long-term trend is over, which is, in that situation, higher price. Okay. I wanted to take a look at Bitcoin Cash real quick, and then I'll let you all go, give you your time back, because you all value your time, which I do as well. So you guys can tell we did a price prediction into the market in Bitcoin Cash. This is for Luke T. He is saying that the market is going to go to $2,000 in the next 1 to 2 weeks. And that would take us a ability to see profits of about 46%, 46.5% right now to where the market is in Bitcoin Cash. Okay. We've already been in that position though. You guys can tell that we've been expecting the market in Bitcoin Cash to go higher real quick. This market in Bitcoin Cash, $2,000. I don't know about that, Luke T. I want you to see this. This area right here, 1800, is where the market restriction is. So I'm just telling you, the market will have to break that before we see price go higher. It's just that simple. So maybe 1800, but right now the market is getting hung up in Bitcoin Cash at $1,600, just like it did here back in 2018. So it got some hurdles to go through, right? We're not going to say that it's going to not hit 2000, but $1,800 is the closest area before 2000. All right, so that's it. It is the lookout. Appreciate all of our artists and members. Thank you all who is now part of our community. If you all want to participate, if you all want us to check out some of the charts that you are interested in, make sure that you become an artist and member. And as always, we need to be on the lookout because the market here doesn't care about us. You know, the trap doesn't care about our emotions. He doesn't care about our aspect of how we view the market, and we need to treat him the same way. We need to make sure that we don't care about him. It is a competitive market. We need to make sure in order for us to have the competitive advantage, we need to beat him to wherever the price is going to go, right? And if the market's going to dip, we'll tell you. If the market's going to go higher, we'll tell you. It doesn't matter to us. We don't trade off emotions. We trade off price. And just like everyone else, everyone is worried about the price. Everyone else is worried about the price and price only. Now, you might want to mix in, you know, some different type of protocol, some new invention, you know, something that everyone else is trying to pump up. But in the end, when you peel back the onion, it all stems to the price, right? Everyone is in this to make profit. That's it. So in order to become less emotional, that's how you need to come into the market and participate. If you don't like the price, stay on the sideline until the price becomes attractive to you. And once you see the price hit your ultimate area of take profit, don't get greedy, right? You don't get greedy. We would have taken our profit right there in Bitcoin Cash at $1,000, $1,100, right? We're cool with that. But if you saw the strength in Bitcoin Cash and saw, well, the market looked like it has more legs, then you keep the price going. You don't get out. You just continue to ride the market. This is how you're able to maintain profitability and grab the bag from the trap, right? Because once we saw this market movement give us this very wide spread in Bitcoin Cash, this market still has a lot of legs. It hasn't gone anywhere, right? We're just taking a break right now in Bitcoin Cash. So to look at this from a long-term perspective, Bitcoin Cash still has enough legs to at least in the long term come up to around $1,600 again to $1,800, right? So that's it. If you all want to participate, if you all want to continue to learn how to read the market to make sure that you continually grab the bag from the trap, you need to come in, like these videos, share, subscribe, come back and watch them again and again and again so that you can continue to learn and understand how the market really operates, right? So now I'm gonna give you your time back, right? I want you all to take time out, enjoy yourself, clear your mind, come back in, re-energize to see from a different viewpoint of how the market really works. It's just that simple, it's just that easy. All right, so thank you all for participating. This has been a collaborative event as to where we expect many of these cryptocurrencies to go. If you learned something, hit that like button. We'll see you again on the next Lookout Live. Be on the lookout. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and we'll talk again on the next one.